everyone, this is audap. Hey, we played through Secret Files 2 and Secret Files 3, but we never ever played through Secret Files number 1. And I didn't realize that Secret Files number 1 was even on the Switch. So here we are, Secret Files number 1, Tunguska. So here we are back with Nina, whose beater mark seems to move across her face depending on what game we're playing. Alright, not much for options. Kind of to be expected. This is the older of the games. It's already very fishy, this game. The most mysterious catastrophe of the last century occurred in the early morning hours of June 30th, 1908. A cataclysmic explosion shattered the stillness of the Siberian taiga and released a devastating force equal to 2,000 times the force of the atomic bomb dropped in Hiroshima. A seismic shockwaves derailed a trans-Siberian railway almost 400 miles away and were felt in cities as far away as Europe. The sky over Europe was bright enough to read it. The effects were appalling. They brought death and destruction. However, the cause remained a mystery to scientists. No one knows what exploded in the Tuguska region back then. Until today. Well, until over the next couple days. That'll probably take me a while to play through the game, I would guess. Yes, great idea. If something's creepy, might as well try to follow it. Yeah, it's such a fine, shapely, perfect ass in 1 and 2,
What?
but then 3...
Dad? What's going on here? Dad? The door was wide open. Chaos all over the place. And my father has vanished without a trace. I hope nothing has happened to him. I'd better start looking for him.
Tutorial: to move the game's character to a specific position, simply tap the touchscreen or move the cursor to that spot and press ZL or ZR. To find an object, you must drag your finger over the touchscreen or move the cursor across the screen. Animated waves indicate where interesting objects can be found. Now tap this page or press the R button to turn the page to the next page of instructions. Excuse me. One sneeze per stream. Once you have found and touched an object, move your finger from the touch screen. If you're using the cursor, press Z, L, or ZR when the cursor is over the object. You'll then be shown up to 2 icons. The hand icon allows you to take or use the displayed object. With the magnifying glass, you can take a closer look at the object. Double tap doors and exits to instantly switch rooms. This also works when you're using the cursor by double tapping ZL or ZR. The inventory, the bar running along the lower edge of the screen, is your inventory, which mainly displays the objects that you've already collected. You can touch these objects or move the cursor over them and use the L or ZR button to examine them again. If you touch again and drag an object into the inventory, you can combine it with other objects in your inventory or in the environment. This also works by holding down the ZL ZR when the cursor is over the objects. During most of the game, there are 3 icons on the right side of the bar. The magnifying glass shows you all interactable objects as well as potential exits from the current location. The game menu, you can use to save your progress among other things. The journal contains both the game's quick help, which you're currently reading, as well as a summary of past events, and a walkthrough just in case you get stuck. The bar running along the lower edge of the screen is your inventory, which mainly displays the objects that you already collected. You can touch these objects or move the cursor over them and use ZL or ZR buttons to examine them again. If you touch and drag an object in the inventory, you can combine it with other objects in the inventory or in the... Oh, wait. I read that already. Wait. What the heck? What? What? Okay, whatever.
All these files and records have been thrown out over the floor. It wouldn't have been Daddy. Someone was in a great hurry to find something.
Alright, look how shapely that ass is. And it was the same way with part 2, but then part 3, they like stuck a bunch of bricks in her jeans or something, and it's like, it just kind of pokes out. You know, these are the things that I notice. Don't even care about the fact that it's a different voice actor, or that she sounds 12.
I think this is where the rock samples undergo the first analysis.
What happened to you, Nina, when you got older? Did you get liposuction on your butt? How dare you?
A glass flask.
Take it.
I think this is where the rock samples undergo the first analysis. I haven't the faintest clue how this thing is supposed to work. Looks like something has been embedded in that stone. It has a red-violet glow. The phone in the office. Private conversations are strictly prohibited. I don't know what's happened here, but I'd better call the police.
Berlin Police Department.
Hello? Nina Kalenkow here. You've got to send someone here right away. My father has disappeared without a trace.
Since when?
No idea. I wanted to see him at work, but he wasn't there. Instead, the place looks like it's been ransacked.
Is your father suicidal or mentally unstable?
What? No, of course not.
Sorry, we can't do anything then. Adults can only be reported missing if their lives are in danger or if there are extraordinary circumstances.
But this is an extraordinary circumstance.
Keep calm. I'm sure your father has something important to take care of and we'll get in touch soon. Don't worry.
Something important to take care of? Hello? Did you listen to anything I said? It looks like there was an earthquake here. Do you think he created this chaos himself and is looking for a cleaning lady right now?
Like I said, I can't do anything for you. Sorry.
Great. Thanks for nothing. You are a big help. What do I have to do? Send them 2 fingers first for them to get their butts in gear?
Maybe.
All these files and records have been thrown out over the floor. It wouldn't have been Daddy. Someone was in a great hurry to find something.
Under the desk? What's that?
My father was never the picture of organization, but not even my place looks this bad.
My place does, though.
The map shows a section of Siberia. No idea why my father hung it up here.
Siberia? No, that's a different game series. Oh boy. Okay.
The note says, and the prince said to the princess, whether vertical, horizontal, or in both main diagonals, make sure that there is never a repeat within a line. Does that have something to do with the coins?
I'm going to assume so. Ooh, takes a long time to save. Damn. Okay, need more clues before I can solve that puzzle.
You can use the valve as needed to release the air from the radiator. If I turn the valve now, I'll ruin the whole floor.
Well, it's not my place, who cares?
The radiator is lukewarm. An award from the Russian Academy of Science. I think that was for an expedition that my father made in the 50s or 60s. A picture of my parents' wedding. I think Dad still hasn't gotten over her death. The frame and glass are totally shattered, and the photo has been torn in half. A photo of Daddy on one of his expeditions. Written on the back is 1958, Vladimir Kalenkow, and I've seen the photo before. But who was the other guy in the photo, and why was the photo torn up? I'll glue it into my diary. It might be important somehow.
Torn photo, Berlin Museum. A photo of Nina's father during one of his expeditions. Writing on the back of the photo says 1958, Vladimir Kalenkow, and there was originally another expedition participant in the photo, but who? And why was the photo torn up? Caution, the following pages contain step-by-step instructions for the current section of the game. Oh, really? Oh, that's kind of cool that the walkthrough's built in. Okay, what is this? What is this? Oh, I haven't done any of that stuff. Alright, well. Is that all that's here? Come on, Nina. I guess so. No, she actually really hustles it in this game. I mean, she runs when it's a far distance. I remember that happening a lot in the second game. Still need to do something else. Take that rock.
Instead of finding out what is locked inside the stone, I now have it encased in a bit of glass.
Use it on the machine, right?
I think this is where the rock samples undergo the first analysis.
Cool. No, do I have to do something else with it? Boy, that flashing is super distracting. Takes me away from Nina's ass.
Loud music? Coming out of the office? It's not the stuff Daddy listens to, so he can't be in there. Maybe the person in there can tell me where he is, though. They must have taken the real nameplate down during the renovation work. And now there is an index card with Daddy's name on it. A list of local pizza delivery services, information about the upcoming construction of an antenna tower in the neighborhood, a guy by the name of Schamberger whose dog Whiskey is missing. As far as I can tell, nothing interesting.
Dog named Schamberger? That's pretty interesting. Is that a common dog name?
I take it the fuses are in here. It burbles quietly. This one's locked. It burbles quietly. An aloe vera plant for skin after 40. I'll squeeze a bit of this oily, slimy liquid into the bowl. There's an index card with Max Gruber written on it. The door seems to be blocked from the inside, and the music coming from the room is so loud, my knocking probably can't be heard. That's an escape plan with all of the rooms in the museum. It's not up to date, considering a few of the rooms have been blocked off for renovation.
Okay. Hope I don't have to memorize that. That's not happening.
On this list are the names of the employees of the museum. Scientific Director, Vladimir Kalenkow. Office 5. In Office 4, there is this Max Gruber. King of the Dinosaurs. Even the reproductions inspire fear. I certainly wouldn't want to run into one of them. It brings a little illumination into the darkness. I'd better leave that on, otherwise I won't be able to see anything in here. I hear noises coming from the statue. It looks like someone's in there. There's a hidden door. The diagram is about how and if asteroids and meteors could have been responsible for the extinction of the dinosaurs. When I look at the description of the effects, the theory seems very plausible. Hard to believe that a dino with horns like that was strictly a vegetarian. Maybe it's not such a good idea to count on it. Eddie, what are you doing in here?
Oh, Miss Nina. Are they still here?
Still here? Who?
They came. I couldn't see, but suddenly I knew that they were there, and I went into a panic. I had to hide. And then I saw them. They looked like they were floating, but they were just blurs. And the air was vibrating. They didn't speak, but these voices in my head, hundreds of voices.
Eddie, have you been drinking again?
No, I haven't been drinking, I swear. Well, at least not a lot. But they were really there. I could see them, I could feel them. I wasn't imagining things, believe me. Those black capes, with those bony fingers. I'll never forget it.
It's okay, Eddie. Just come out of there and calm down. The poor guy's nerves are shot. I should talk to him after he's calmed down a bit.
Did you lose some poop or pee in here?
A key. Eddie must have lost it here.
Keys were too.
What luck! The key fits. The fuses are all numbered. I expect that the numbers stand for the separate rooms in the museum. I'll just turn Max Gruber's blaring music down to bearable level.
And I didn't save. What a mess. Redoing all of that work is gonna take hours.
Mr. Gruber, please, let me in. I need to talk to you.
What? Hold on just a sec.
Hello, you're Nina Kalenkow, right?
Yeah, how did you know that?
Your father told me about you. I'm so happy to finally meet you. Were you wanting to have a look over your father's shoulder while he's working?
I wanted to see him, but when I got here, the door to the museum was standing wide open, and his office was in total chaos. Oh yeah, Eddie was crouching, completely terrified inside the reproduction of the Tyrannosaurus Rex, and was stammering something about floating creatures.
Doesn't exactly sound like a strict observation of the work rules. But I'm not at fault. I haven't come out of my office for hours. What does your father have to say about it?
That's exactly it. He's gone.
Gone? What do you mean gone? He couldn't have just disappeared into thin air.
I have a sneaking suspicion that something terrible has happened here. You really didn't see anything?
No, unfortunately not.
Did you notice anything out of the ordinary recently? Any strange occurrences? Was my father behaving differently than usual?
No, not really. We haven't seen much of each other in the last couple of days. I was under a lot of stress, and he seemed like he had a lot to do, too.
Darn.
Maybe you should get the police involved. The whole thing sounds a bit unsettling.
Yeah, I already tried. But they don't seem to be interested in my father's disappearance. The caretaker was totally out of his mind, stammering something about men in black robes and strange voices.
Eddie? Well, you know, he's a really great guy, but...
But he likes to hit the bottle, I know. But I've never seen him like that before. He seemed like something had really scared him.
Well, if someone really was here, then Eddie might have seen something, and combine his lively imagination with a bottle of whiskey.
Yeah, but I think I'll go ahead and talk to him as soon as he's gotten a hold of himself again anyway. He's the only one who might be able to help me. Yeah, I know, but...
But he mentioned recently that the inventory wasn't top priority right now. Something came up that he wanted to tend to first.
You don't happen to know what that was, do you?
No, like I said, I was stressed out too.
I'll just keep looking. I'm beginning to feel like Eddie does. I'm totally confused, and I'm really starting to feel scared.
If you need help, I'll be here.
Okay. Thanks a lot. Who are you, and what are you doing here?
I could ask you the same thing. Detective Kansky. I'm leading the investigation here, and who are you?
Me? Nina Kalenkow. I called you.
Well, well. So I hear your father disappeared.
Yeah, I arrived here and wanted to see my father. He said he'd still be at the museum, and when I got here, the door to the museum was ajar, and it looked like a bomb had hit his office.
I'm really worried. Thanks for coming. Do you have any idea what could have happened here? I can't believe that my father could have created such a mess.
I don't even know your father, but we can't rule out anything.
Do you really mean to say that...
I'm not saying anything at all, dearie. I just take all possibilities into account as long as the facts aren't on the table.
Do you think something happened to my father?
Hard to say.
I thought the police wouldn't be able to help me as long as my father's life wasn't in danger.
Listen, girlie. I've been in the business for almost 40 years. I know when something stinks. And this thing really stinks. And if you have something to do with this, then come out with it. I'll find out sooner or later.
Hello? I called the police. Well, more like, I tried to get them to come here. Why would I do that if I had...
Criminals always do the most illogical things. I'm not fooled by such things. Otherwise, I wouldn't have become a detective.
Yeah, all right, I get it. You're a really clever guy. If you find something out, you'll let me know right away, right?
Yeah, I need your phone number and address anyway. And don't leave the city. I might have some more questions. Now get out. You're just getting in the way and messing up the evidence.
Strange guy, this detective, eh?
Yeah, and not exactly the friendliest of his profession. But maybe you have to be like that in his job.
Yeah, could be. The main thing is that he finds out what happened to my father. At least there's someone who believes that something is completely and utterly wrong.
I believe you too.
Thanks.
And I'd like to help you too. I don't need to go to bed anymore anyway, and I can always sleep when I'm dead. So, if I can do something for you...
That's really nice.
Just check and see if your father has already got home. He might be worried already and is going to sentence you to 2 weeks without allowance because you're late.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Unfortunately, I won't be back at the office until this evening. But please come by or call me. If your father is back, then we'll have something to celebrate. If not, then maybe I can do something for you.
Okay, I will do that.
See you tomorrow, and good night.
Good night.
And sleep well.
You too.
Why are you hitting on your friend's daughter? What the hell's wrong with you, man?
Two angry-looking saurian creatures. Both of them look as if they are watching over the museum's entrance. This must have broken off one of the lights at the construction site.
This Konski guy just threw me out, and honestly, I'm not really looking forward to a quick reunion.
Dad? Are you home?
On the other side. uh,
Oh God, my head's gonna explode. Oh hell. Someone's been at work here too. First his office and now his apartment? What has my father gotten himself into? I should be more careful in the future. The guys who did this seem like they're pretty darn serious. Mmm, yummy. Cold pizza with stinky tuna fish. Dad's old shortwave radio. The antenna is broken off and there's no tape cassette inside. I doubt I'll hear anything other than a steady static hiss. Why am I doing this? The smell alone could probably peel the paint off the walls. But then again, beggars can't be choosers. Salt, also known as white gold in the Middle Ages.
There's a dentist's appointment on one, and a shopping list on the other. I can't read the third one, and the fourth one is empty. Please don't get me anywhere.
oh boy. Look at that monitor. Ah.
A pencil. Round and equally exciting in all other regards. Password protected. Think, Nina, think.
I don't even have any clues about it, so...
There's a dentist's appointment on one, and a shopping list on the other. I can't read the third one, and the fourth one is empty. Please don't get me anywhere.
Dad's old shortwave radio. The antenna is broken.
Okay. Well, I didn't check the rest of the area anyway, so...
Documents about my father's expeditions and research results. Looks like the burglar was really interested in them. There are stacks of folders missing. There probably won't be anything else worth finding. Looks like the burglar was very thorough. This thing is ready for the junkyard, and the headphones are missing too. It's unbelievable how little clothing men need to get through life.
Very true.
A biography biography of George Shrub. Since when does my father read that kind of trash?
I hope no one's expecting me to read that. Why there are people in the world who are soothed by stupidly gaping at fishes I will never... Wait a sec. There's something sparkly over there. Besides a few fish, there's a key swimming around in there.
Do I have anything that can reach in there? Maybe not yet.
There's a grate on top of the aquarium. I can't fit my hands through.
Oh, great. It's in my way.
Looks like it hasn't been slept in. Apparently my father hasn't been to bed yet. All right, I'll do it. A single rubber glove and a bicycle spoke. Not exactly a spectacular profit. The bucket is full of water.
No. No.
Oh, the handle just came off.
The thing will fall apart if I so much as look at it. Aside from that, I do have my motorcycle. I can move more quickly with it. The only thing that could still be of use is the air pump.
Really? Nothing? No hotspots at all, huh?
A box full of junk that is practically screaming that I'm going to find something inside that'll be useful to me at some point. A whole pile of cigarette butts. Looks like there was a chain smoker at work here. On top of that, my father is such a strict non-smoker, he even bans smoking anywhere on the property. My motorcycle. My motorcycle.
Boy, I can carry a lot of stuff.
My motorcycle.
Yeah, okay. I was supposed to do something with that.
The key doesn't have an opening anywhere where I can stick the spoke through. The carpet is totally filthy here. I should really give my father a new one for Christmas. There's something in between the planks. Got it! A cassette! That's weird. Was it left there deliberately, or did it just happen to fall in there by accident?
Okay.
The first and last on the car. A fourth of the openings in the entrance to the underworld. And finally, the guardians of my work.
What? What's that? Some kind of code? Dad, sometimes you are just off your rocker.
Okay. Well, let's go back.
Looks like it hasn't been slept in.
That's why they are showing you the car. Oh yeah. First and last on the car is 2 and 3. Okay. Oh.
Password protected. Think, Nina, think. 2, 3, 4, 2. No wonder Dad tape recorded the code. No one would be able to find the password very quickly. You're not supposed to read other people's email. Then again, extraordinary circumstances call for extraordinary measures. So let's start snooping around. There are only 2 emails in the inbox. One about boosting performance and the other about women over 80. Neither of them interest me that much. The trash file is empty. But there's an email to ok@nms.de in the sent file. Subject, Tunguska. Could be interesting. I'll just go ahead and open it.
Hello, Oleg. Haven't heard from you in a long time. I'm doing well again. It took me quite some time to come to terms with the whole thing. To answer your question, it's been a long time since I've thought about that. And honestly, I'm rather happy about it. I underestimated those guys once already, and my wife paid with her life. I swore back then to drop the subject for once and for all. Please don't take offense, but I'm just going to leave it at that. But now that you're living nearby again, we can meet in person. I would like to see you again. Get in touch and let me know when and where would be convenient. Vladimir Kalenkow.
Dad underestimated these guys and my mother paid with her life? What did he mean by that? She died in a car accident. I really need to contact this Oleg. Maybe he knows something that can help me out.
Oh, why don't we stop it there? This is Apostrophe. You've been watching Secret Files Tunguska. This is Secret Files #1 on Nintendo Switch. Well, it's a drastically different game. The interface is so much different than 2. Nina is obviously younger in this, it seems. It seems like she's maybe in her late teens in this one, whereas 2, she's definitely an adult. 2 and 3, she is definitely playing as an adult, and this one doesn't seem like she is an adult. Maybe she's even younger than her teens. I mean, she's still calling her dad daddy, so that's a little strange. Yeah, I mean, I like this series, so it's interesting to go back to play the first one after playing the second and third one. I can see where they made a lot of improvements in the series, but at the same time, it's very much the same sort of point-and-click gameplay. As long as you're okay with this style of game, I think this would be something that'd be worth your time to play for yourself. And Nina has an ass again. Hallelujah. Unfortunately, you have nothing to look forward to when Nina gets older. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.